Hello everybody and welcome back to FM23 for the Youth Academy Only Say with Guiseley, where diving straight into the game, we are playing Blackpool on the final game of the season. And oh my word, there's a lot riding on this, because if we slowly withdraw out from the Blackpool fixture, you can see shooting over to the right hand side of the screen, we're in fourth, 2 points behind Lincoln in an automatic promotion spot. We're playing Blackpool. They're fifth. They're not going for automatic promotion, but they are trying to fight to stay in the playoffs. We have a playoff place secured. The only team potentially that can get in is actually, well, Mansfield, Preston and Crewe can all actually, and Rochdale can all get in, and potentially Bromley if results all go in their favour, which I don't think they will. But yes, we have a playoff spot. Let's get into the actual. I just wanted to be dramatic, didn't I, with pulling out of the Blackpool fixture and then showing the table. But if we go and actually have a look at the competition, we'll get into the league table in a bit fuller here. As you can see, we have a playoff space secured, but we have to better Lincoln's result. If Lincoln draw and we win, we need to win by about 7 goals. So I don't think that's likely going to happen because we're playing Blackpool. But if we win and Lincoln lose, we will get automatic promotion to League 2, which is quite scary, to be honest, because I think it's going to be all a little bit too soon. But if we lose, we're in the playoffs. If we lose and Blackpool beat us, Blackpool go above us into 4th position and get the more favourable draw against the team that finished 7th. The only team that can't jump us is Leyton Orient or Crewe or Preston or someone like that. We do have at least 6th position secured in the playoffs. Just got to go and see who else everyone else is playing. Lincoln are playing, please say York, please say York, please say York. Lincoln are playing Mansfield. Mansfield are, 10th. Yeah, they're in with a fight as well, so they've got something to play for. We're playing Blackpool. Shrewsbury are playing Cambridge United, who are relegated. So, okay, so Shrewsbury should win. So basically we need to better Shrewsbury result to stay in 4th. But it's not out of the question in terms of getting automatic promotion here, which is going to be crazy. York City actually ended up beating Hartlepool to the league title, which was mental when you think how far Hartlepool were in front for the majority of the season. If you care to compare that to ours, we've been so up and down and then had a bit of a resurgence towards the back end of the season, which is really good to see. We've had a slight change of tactics, which I think may help that. So if we look, we don't play with, it's more of a 4-2-4. We sort of came to this and we may have to mix it up because All Press is suspended for this one or injured. I think he's injured. Yeah, we had to mix it up because of injuries. Basically, we had big injuries to quite a lot of people and it's really hurt us. So we sort of shifted Georgios or Ferran out here to be an attacking midfielder with still Stay Wider on, so they're still playing like a left midfielder. Ferran is now a winger, or it's Rocket, or whoever wants to play out there. We basically change the players how it goes. And then 2 up front, we're playing much more attacking. We're trying to get bodies into the centre of the park with the underlap on. So that's not necessarily saying our wing backs need to underlap, because you can see we're not using them as an inverted wingers, but it's asking basically Bertrand and Adams to push up a little bit higher from their more defensive positions. But as I just said, with All Press out, we're probably going to have to revert back to a sort of 4-2-3-1 with someone in behind Thorpe and an inside forward or a left winger on this side. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been going pretty well in terms of shape and tactics. You can see 4-2-3-1 now, and since we've changed that 4-2-2-2, we've not lost, so it's been pretty good. It came in here against Morecambe, we won 2-1, 4-1, drew 0-0 with Swindon, and just beat Mansfield 3-1 as well. And it's all sort of like ifs and buts and maybes, right? If we'd got that win against Swindon, how different could it have been in the league? We would be going into this last game with the sort of odds in our favour of getting an automatic promotion spot. But if we look at results against Lincoln, who we're in competition with, a 4-4 draw at the first game back in the new year, and then early on in the season we lost 2-0. So they've been a good team. They've been very good, Lincoln, this season, doing what they can. But it all comes down to the final game of the season against Blackpool away from home. And we've not got a tremendous record against Blackburn. We've won 1 in the last 5, losing 3, or in the last 4, losing 3. They are managed by Lee Bowyer, and it is this formation that really does annoy me a little bit. But with wing play, I sort of feel like if we can try and potentially trap them inside, I guess, But then that will bring all these 3 players into play. So who knows? Who knows how it's going to go? But the final game of season 11, potentially, unless we go to the playoffs, is right upon us. So let's get into it, and we'll be back for kickoff. Right, so we're going to stay on the attack, but we are going back to a 4-2-3-1 system. Mills will be attacking on the left-hand side, trying to overlap with Rocket, who's an inside forward on this side. I'm sort of thinking let's make him on support just to start. Jordan will sit back a little deeper because we're going to have Fearon out holding this touchline on the right. And other than that, it's as you would expect. George is sitting behind Thorpe. Adams, Bertrand in the middle. Again, we're going to try and convince them still to underlap into these sort of positions and get men forward. But we'll have to see. Blackpool are a tough opponent and see how it goes. We do have a little bit of an injury issue at the moment. Quite a few people out. But there were comments as well saying, man, we need to trim the squad. So we will be having a look at who we can move on. The issue we have is that the players that I want to send out on loan, no one's really interested in. And the players I don't want to sell are the people that have interest in them in a transfer. So it's not as easy as it seems to just move people on in this save. And because we're now professional and people have more expensive contracts, we can't just release them on a free. And we don't have fitness to play 2 games in a week. We need a decent sized squad to rotate, but arguably that's where we should be calling up from the under-18s to give them match practice and stuff like that. So I do take all the credits and all the tips and all the advice and all the comments on board. So I do read them and I do respond, even if it's a slight delay at some point. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've just realised that this is saying Hanif Bertrand, his best position is now an Enganche, which sort of worries me a little bit. But I mean, he should be a very good playmaker, which is what we're using him at the moment. And it has been working this season, just under a 7 average. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's get into the game. Final game. Jordan Tarr is already playing in the under-18. Oh, yeah, that's because I've got McFadden, who should be coming in to replace him on the bench. So, right. Tough one. Tough against Blackpool. Final game of the normal league season in season 11 in the Football League. League 2, it's been an outstanding season to get us to this point. They've got Antonio Conte in goal. I mean, that's a brave choice, isn't it? That's very brave doing that. But let's go with, what shall we say? Today we could be the day we clinch motion if things go our way. Make sure we do our part. I don't really want to put pressure on them, but I do feel like that's a decent thing you could say, right? Like, we could get promoted if things go in our favour. So let's go out there and make sure we're doing what we can to make this happen. So now the underlap, I'm hoping, will cause a bit of confusion in their defence. One of the reasons we went for it is because there's scouting, that I do. I showed in the previous episode, scouting that I do, is that Blackpool have been conceding. That's a wonderful pass through our defence. What a save, goal line save from Malik Priestnall. Great concentration and composure there from Priestnall. But yeah, they've been conceding a lot of goals from through balls from the centre of the pitch. So that's gone in. Okay, well, we kept one off the line and then they've gone and scored straight away. That's not looking too positive, is it? But yeah, 1-0 to Blackpool, as I was just talking through all my scouting, which, maybe have paid off. It's a lovely first time pass from Dixon Peters out to Bullock. Oh, it's a huge deflection off Jordan. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. As Mills picks up the ball down the line to Rocket. Rocket all the way over to Fearon. Bertrand's there. Shoots from range. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, no, it's a great save. He hit the post. Let's slow this down a little bit. I was watching in 2D with this new system to try and figure out how I can make it work. That's now too slow, isn't it? Look, I mean, it's like they're running in treacle. Let's go back to that. Bullock comes forward. Bertrand with a good tackle. Come on, boys. Come on. Final game of the season. We do have scores happening over here. Lincoln still 0-0. It's going to be heartbreak, isn't it? If Mansfield win that game and we don't win this one, it is going to be heartbreak. As Hayden goes forward with it up to Knight. Georgios is there. Up to Mills. Mills, that's not a very good pass. And, well, Les Knight missed his header, but Priestnall covers. Mills out there again. Adams. Rocket. Ball through. Georgios. He's got a man square. Georgios picks out Thorpe. What a save from Antonio Conte. Oh, we're starting to tick in this game, but Antonio Conte is keeping them in it. Mills puts it in, and Clayton's going to pick up the loose ball. Oh, my word. What a save that was from the veteran Italian. Obviously, I know it's not actually that Antonio Conte, but yeah, he is keeping them in this game at the moment. Knight heads it. Whoa, it's 2-0, just like that. Just like that. There's nothing we could do about it. I think we may have to just switch our system up a little bit here. I think we're just going to put... A lot of you were asking for this. to say, let's give Fearon a run up front. So this is now going to test how good he can be up front. We've not played him up there much, but we'll go pressing forward on attack and then put him as the out-and-out striker. Right, this is more into the system that we have been playing to get the good results so far. I'm a little bit worried, though, because they've just got so many people in defence. Ball in. Georgios isn't going to win that one in the air. Hayden clears. Taylor is there. We've just not really been up for this one. Taylor to Dixon Peters. Emerson. Back to Curry. Curry comes forward with it. Out to Bullock. Bullock to Bulford. Ball through. Emerson's got the pace. He's just been held up by Jordan nicely. Ball back in. Mills. Poor header away. That one. Bound. Back post. It's 3-0 Blackpool. I don't think we're going up automatically unless we can do something utterly dramatic in this game. So we might as well throw caution to the wind. It was a bit of head tennis. Mills should have really just let that go out. I don't know why he's kept it in play. Brown back into the back post. And Emerson is there to make it 3-0 Blackpool. Which I feel is a little bit maybe unjust because we have been very, very good. Oh, Dixon Peters is in again. Lloyd, oh my God. This is just calamitous now. This is absolutely calamitous. Blackpool have got our number. Lee Bowyer's done his homework. He's been watching our last few games. And wow, this is dreadful. Talk about when the pressure's on, not committing to it. So, right, let's just drop back to what we normally play. Let's get rid of all the underlaps. That obviously is playing into their hands. And we're going to go with our usual system that started us off so well. I mean, Jordan's on a 5.9. Lloyd come flying out of his goal to give them a 4-0 lead. I know I've got visions of Mansfield winning as well. I mean, I've got to, right? I've got to say, you're terrible. The game is pretty much over. What the hell are you all playing at? Absolutely woeful, that first half. Absolutely dreadful. Jordan comes down the right into Rocket. What is that for a pass? That's literally, you've passed it straight to the Blackpool player. He's wearing bright orange. Dixon Peters, good save from Lloyd. And Mills just hoofs it away. Yeah, not a good game. Lincoln are drawing 1-1. They did go behind to Mansfield, but I don't think Lincoln will be worried. I mean, this bloody formation does my head every time. I mean, I think you need to overload the wings, right? Let's think about this logically. Let's overload the wings. Don't hit the early crosses. They've got 3 people back there. Let's keep the ball. Let's try and actually keep the ball. Let's play some football. Let's spread them out really wide. Don't go quickly. Go to the fullbacks. Just roll it out or short kick it or something. Out of possession. They're getting in behind us, so let's lower our line. Don't get stuck in. Don't step up more. Don't press them as much. Stop the crosses. Which we are. I don't think there's been many crosses in this game, so at least we've done that bit pretty well. Right, and then tactically, attack. We're going to get down the wings. That's good. Let's get you on a pressing forward on attack so that you run the channels. But yeah, I mean, when 2 players in your team don't turn up, it's going to be a struggle. Georgios with a free kick. Can he at least... Oh, he's hit the bar. We can't even hit the score from the free kick. Right, let's ring the changes here because I'm not happy with this. Dominic Johnson on for Mills. We'll push Knight over to left back. Joe Moore on for Jordan. Look at that. Two ratings in the 5 is awful. Rocket off for Tarmy. Thorpe off for McFadden. And we've got 1 sub left. So we'll do... Well, let's do Fearon off for Guiseley. He's not played too much. Swap those 2 over. Go from there, right? Ring 5 changes on the hour mark with a bit of a tactical switch as well. We're not going to get back into this game. But, well, Blackpool have turned up. So they're going to jump us in the league as well. I'm just going to try and change that to league table. But I think we're going to be finishing... I mean, if Shrewsbury are winning as well... It's not the game you want before going into the playoffs, is it? A 4-0 shellacking by someone close to you. Bertrand out to Moore. Moore ball in. Tarmy, he's got to score. That is such a bad finish. Lincoln are 2-1 up. So that's done and dusted. We're only dropping out to Blackpool at the moment. But with 5 minutes to go, it's been pretty... I mean, we've come back into it doing the changes, but yeah, this sodding formation, it always annoys me. Really, really annoys me. Look, I don't like what I just saw from that team. That was dreadful. But we are going into the playoffs, which means you're going to get another episode of this season because we're going to go and do the semi-final. And then if we get there, the final... We'll be playing Shrewsbury. Blackpool will be playing Preston, who actually did win and climbed up into 7th just to get into the playoffs. But it is Hartlepool, York and Lincoln that go to League One automatically. And Hartlepool, deserve to win the league across the season and have won the league across the season, which is good for them. But a 4-0 shellacking from Blackpool. That was absolutely dreadful. We actually had more shots than them, a lower XG, slightly lower possession. But yeah, Blackpool, Shrewsbury and Preston have all got into the playoffs. McFadden is probably one I'm going to look to move on at the end of the season. And we're going to be playing Shrewsbury Town. How have we got on against Shrewsbury? We lost 3-0 early in the season. Late in the second half of the season. And then we lost 2-1. Great. Although they play a 4-4-2, which I think we can actually play pretty well against. Though they changed then a 4-3-3 DM wide in that one. So what have we got? So 4-3-3 DM wide. Our 4-2-2-2 formation has been working really well. So I think we'll go with that against the 4-3-3 DM wide in the playoff semi-final. That's when we'll be back. It'll be very, very quickly after this video that I get to record it. I'll probably be wearing the same stuff. So yeah, let's crack into it. Shrewsbury in the EFL League 2 playoff semi-final, which let's look at it from a every cloud has a silver lining point of view. 2 more games means 1 more home gate receipt, and it's on TV, which means TV money coming in. And man, do we need as much money as possible, because we've nearly a negative million through the season, although we've been sort of just eating into it a little bit as we go through it. And we're going to get prize money. We're going to get all that sort of stuff as well. So yeah, we need money. We need money. We need to sell some people. We need money. And yeah, we need to beat Shrewsbury, don't we, in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. A disappointing episode, but leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.